Alright, I just wanted to make a quick video on how to hook this wiring harness up to my Chevy van here. So, on the driver's side, you got the one that has the yellow wire. So that hooks into here. You unplug the plug out of here, and that hooks into here. I'm not sure what the deal is with these, if this is the other side for the tow package, but the instructions said to hook it up on one side and the other. So I pulled off the panels. Over here on the passenger side, I have the one with the green wire. Same deal. This plug was plugged into here. This plug was plugged into here. I unplugged it and then plugged this back in. Zip tie the wire along the way. And I'll run it underneath where the scuff pad goes. And then it comes with a little packet here. In there's a little double-sided tape. I'll attach that to this, stick it to here, just like that. And then I'll leave this kind of balled up here, and then when I need it, I can stretch it across and run it under the doors. Pro tip, I like to put dielectric tune-up grease on all the connectors, keeps them from corroding and stuff. I'll also put some inside here to keep these from corroding. And I'll utilize this special cap they have here to keep dirt and junk out of there. I think a lot of the problems from trailers comes from these getting corroded and nasty. And if you have the dielectric grease up on there, it makes it a little easier to push in and out and stuff. So I also got this guy here, the trailer hitch today. I already installed that. I didn't make a video, but it's so easy. It literally took me like 10 minutes. I got it off Amazon. It comes with the hardware. These bolts, on the other side of them, there's like this flange thing you stick on, so that way the bolt can't spin all the way around in here. And there's 4 holes here. It came with 3 bolts, so I did 2 in the back and 1 in the front. And first thing I did was put all the bolts through. Then I lifted the one side up and got one of these started. Then I lifted the other side up and got one started. Then I came through and I got all the bolts hand tight. Then I went through and I got all the bolts wrench tight. And then I came through with my foot pad torque wrench. And I torqued these all to 110 foot-pounds as per the instructions. And that really took me, it took me like maybe 8 minutes. I mean, it was real. First thing I did was all these holes, the 4 holes. I went through with one of the bolts and like pushed it in and out of all the holes because there was like dirt and junk in all of them. And then it just popped right in and got together. So it was a pretty easy hookup. And this thing here is rated for 10,000 pounds. My van has a tow package. I had a different van. My old van, it was 5,500 pounds, the tow package. I don't know what this van is, but I suspect it's less than 10,000. But I like to go with a bigger hitch than I can use anyway. That way you don't have to worry. I had a hitch break on me once, and the whole thing broke off. Like when the hitch broke, it broke here completely, and then this side was almost broke, so it fell down, and the piece on the trailer that goes down to kind of raise the tongue up and down when it's not attached to the vehicle started dragging. I hit the brakes right away and stopped. If I had hit like a bump or something, the trailer could have ripped off. And because this whole bar broke off, the safety chains were attached to this, so nothing was holding the trailer to the vehicle. Had this final weld completely broken, and the trailer would have just went off into traffic. And the scary part is, earlier that day, I was going down the turnpike doing 75, 80 miles an hour with this thing about to break off, and I didn't even know it. So I'll give you a little piece of advice. If your trailer hitch is really old, inspect these welds. I don't know if they cured the problem or not, but what I think happened was this bar probably filled up with water when I was loading my boat into the water, and the weep holes are like here on the side. In my other trailer, the weep hole was more centered. So I think maybe a weep hole on the very bottom would make more sense. That way water could flow out the bottom instead of having to be so high it comes out the side. But I'm not a trailer expert. That's just something maybe you should look out for if you have an old trailer hitch. But it didn't get in the way of the spare tire or anything. It is made by Curt, and I looked it up online and found the exact model number that matched my trailer. I don't know if I still have the directions sitting around somewhere or not. But anyway, you get the idea. That's how you do it. It's pretty easy. You don't have to have any special skill set. You just need to have a torque wrench that can measure up to 110 foot-pounds, a 3/4 inch socket, and 20 minutes. And then hooking this up, one thing I would advise when you're pulling these panels off is when you pull the top one off, grab it in the top and slowly try and pull it as straight out as possible. On this side, I just grabbed the bottom and pulled up, and I ended up breaking off one of the clips to it. So I don't know how that'll be when I put it back together again. So maybe you don't make that mistake because you watched this video first. Good luck.